Ibyegeranyo Imikino igice cya mbere cy'umukino kirangire biracyari gusohoza hagati y'ikipe y'u Rwanda ndetse n'ikipe ya Nigeria.
For minutes of additional time, Rwanda in Nigeria win. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the end of the quarter of this Tuzajya Africa Cup of Nations qualifiers match between Rwanda and Nigeria. Ibyegeranyo.
Lookman, Boniface, Chikwueze neatly opens it up to Bassi. And Bassi now plays as club football with Fulham in the Premier League, the 24-year-old. Just very happy to play it back to Nwabali. Chikwueze twisting, turning, but it illegally failed by Bizimana. Well, Lookman and Chikwueze seem to be roaming free at the moment. One moment Lookman on the inside left channel, the next on the inside right. Bassi looking to spread the play and bring in Aina, but it was ambitious pass at the best of times and asking far too much of Ola Aina. True Sikong into Boniface. We'll pick it up again under a little bit of pressure. No foul, says the referee. Listen to the roars. I agree, that fairly simple bit of play at the back by Bonaire Mugisha. Two Mugishas on the field. So they're going to use their full names, or not their full names, but at least two of their names to distinguish between them. This is Neo Mugabu, the left back for Rwanda, getting forward. Bonaire Mugisha. Rwanda's last qualifying campaign saw them finish bottom of their qualifying group. Had a fairly extraordinary record. They were in a group with Senegal, then the reigning African champions Mozambique and Benin. And they managed to lose all their home games and draw all their away fixtures. You would obviously expect it really to be the other way around. But they held Senegal, the then African champions, to a 1-1 draw in their final qualifying game. Pretty decent result. But it certainly can give Nigerian supporters some room for optimism. Bonheur Mugisha spreading it out wide. They've got two in the middle here, overlapping as well. Onto the left foot they go. He just couldn't get the shot away in the end. Quizera, he could, it just didn't travel very far. But the home fans are really enjoying what they see. 1 goal in 3 games at international level for Rwanda from Quizera, wearing number 22. Over on that far right-hand side, Muhire. Now holding on to it well, Rwanda. Gilbert Mugisha, back into Muhire. Swung in, and that's well, he gets the applause. But it wasn't the ball, and there was a nice bit of pressure just gently building on the Nigerian back line. Aina, good burst of pace, but he's given himself a lot to do. And then Ntwari comfortably gathers. As for Rwanda's previous qualifying campaign for 2021, I'm not going to mention all their failures going back to 2004 when they last qualified, but that is when they last won a Nations Cup qualifier in a group with Cameroon and Cape Verde, as well as Mozambique. And you have to go back to March 2021 for the last time Rwanda won a qualifying event. Lag Biringiro grabbing the winner. And that is their only victory in their last 3 attempts to get to the Nations Cup. Lookman bursting forward, and Lookman can open the scoring here, but he can't for a fine save from Ntwari. And he is a man on absolute fire at the moment, Ademola Lookman, full of confidence. He scored a goal not too dissimilar to that to open the scoring against Benin at the weekend, when he just drove at the heart of the defence and no one could stop him. And look how he just went past the Rwanda players. And Ntwari did really well to come out and block Ademola Lookman. And that was smart goalkeeping, and he came out at pace. And then he was helped as well by Bonheur Mugisha coming to his aid. Ademola Lookman, the only African footballer to be nominated for the Ballon d'Or award this year. I don't think many people would have expected that to be the case when the year began. But he played very well at the Nations Cup. Those 2 goals against Cameroon in the round of 16. The perfect way to start the year for him, is best display surely in the Nigeria shirt up to that point. And then there was his absolutely stunning hat-trick in the Europa League final as well for Atlanta, as they beat Bayer Leverkusen. Only the 6th man ever to score a hat-trick in a European club competition final, Lookman. And he got a rare 10 out of 10 from the French newspaper L'Equipe, which does not like to give out such markings. Only the 18th man ever to have that accolade. Rwanda trying to break the deadlock. Boniface, the forward for Nigeria with defensive duties. Well, it's been about 8 minutes since Rwanda created a chance, considering they created 4 in the opening 8 minutes. I might say they've gone off the boil a little. Neo Mugabu. Just settling down a little for the home side after that fairly blistering start. Indeed, he doesn't get that touch right, and that'll be a throw into Rwanda. Basse clearly expecting Onyemichi to be coming up on his left-hand side behind him, played it blind. And that'll be a corner to Rwanda as they come forward. And the insistence and urging of those inside the Amahoro Stadium, which can now host 45,000, far from full today. I'd say roughly half that number. Nearly all of whom are hoping that Mihire can deliver a good corner here that can get turned in. Kareem Sabri not happy with something. Ola Aina and Quizera, not too much in that, as you can see from the pats on the back from the Nigerian. Muhire with the delivery, and up they go in the middle. And just for a moment, Ajayi took his time, but it's come back in to Rwanda. Striker goal, doesn't go too far. Blocked, the effort from Mutsinzi. Still with Rwanda, into the middle it goes, and this time headed away by Bassi. Nice turn, if he could have held on to it there, Bizimana couldn't do so, but he's won it back and trying to force the play, but excellent defensive work from Deli Bashiru. And Rwanda and their supporters really encouraged by this bright start from a side that are trying to beat Nigeria for the first time ever. This their fifth meeting, Nigeria with 2 victories, Rwanda. The best they can point to is the fact that they've managed to avoid defeat on 2 occasions, both times at this stadium, or in Kigali, I should really say, given the extensive rebuild. Thierry Manzi looking long, and Ajayi just holding off, and Shuti, Innocent and Shuti, the Rwanda striker, using his strength to good effect. Claude Niyomugabo down the line, and he'll get another go as well. The man who plays locally for APR. Oh, that's dogged defensive play from Ndidi. You've seen that a million times before. The tall defensive midfielder for Nigeria just using his long legs to good advantage to break up play. And Niyu Mugabu just running out of room down the left-hand side. Ndidi. That looks like a handball, surely was, by Keva Muhire. Well, Nigeria have fallen under some banana skins, or on some banana skins in the past, and they've got to be fairly careful and cautious against this Rwanda side. In their last qualifying campaign, they lost 1-0 at home to Guinea-Bissau. Nigeria still managed to top their group. In fact, that was the only defeat in qualifying and only defeat in 2023 Nations Cup in its entirety until they met the host nation Ivory Coast in the final. 2-1 that ended. Sebastian Haller with that late winner. Swung in and now headed in as well, but not fairly, said the referee, Lookman. Well, he's added heading abilities to his game. He scored with a header against Benin at the weekend. But the Moroccan official, unhappy with it. Let's have a look why. Well, there was a barnstorming run and really good flick on as well Unclear to me quite why that has been chalked off. Was it the physicality of the flick on? Was there an infringement with the throw? You can't be offside from a throw in. For Nigeria, not too many complaints. Lookman did look fairly baffled, but a warning sign for the hosts after their bright start. Batsy up to Boniface. Heavy touch in defence. And indeed he will play it in to Fisayo Delibashiru on the ball now with Lazio, these days on loan from his club in Turkey. Delibashiru and preferred to Alex Iwobi today. That's nice down the left-hand side. Ball in as well. And no nonsense defending from Mutsinzi at the expense of a corner. And he couldn't be sure that there was no one behind him, but he was actually all alone. Well, this man is just bursting full of confidence. Delivery headed away at the near post by Rwanda. Aina will pick it up for the three-time African champions. Played out very casually so by Onyemaechi, who gets it back now. Chukwueze. Good run here from Delibashiru, and he just tried to glide his way past Busy Mana. Busy Mana wasn't making it easy for him, but that was defensive. Suicide at the back for Rwanda, giving the ball to Boniface. Striker goal from the Bayer Leverkusen man. There's some determined defending, stopping the 23-year-old from grabbing what would only be his second goal for the Super Eagles. Look at that pass in from Mugisha, of all people, trying to assist his opponent effectively. Tension's beginning to spill over. Trustakon just trying to calm Samuel Chukwueze down. The Milan winger. Trustakon trying to argue his case, but he's clearly not getting very far with the Moroccan official. And Karim Sabri having a word with both Chukwueze and Neo Mugabo. And they look absolutely baffled. Well, that's not Muhire. So a little unclear who's gone into the book there, because that's Neo Mugabo wearing number 20. Well, Chukwueze going in the book makes a lot more sense given that he was standing in front of the referee. And they're going to have to note that down as Neo Mugabo having gone in the book as well, and not Muhire, given he wears number 11. Lookman with the corner. Headed away. Rwanda instantly key to get on the counter. That is Muhire, and he doesn't get the best touch on it. Indeed, he comes back. He gets clattered into. And foul awarded to the visitors. Ajayi. Ndidi. Delibashiru. Aina on a good run forward. Only Lookman was in the middle, but Boniface has gone in there now. Chukwueze. Just trying to thread it through, pretty ambitiously so. Little nutmeg failed, and this will surely be a second booking in as many minutes. And it's the skipper, Bizimana, who goes in the book. Well, I think he got nutmegged there by Chukwueze. Let's have a look. Pops it through the legs of the Rwanda skipper, Jihad Bizimana. Well, this was Deli Bashiru getting to the byline earlier, but it was Mugisha who played it in. And it was outstanding defensive work at the back. I don't think the players have got too much beef with each other. They might possibly be a little confused by some of the decisions. He certainly can't have any complaints. Bizimana, the 27-year-old based in Ukraine. And we moved there last year after 5 seasons in Belgium. The Rwanda skipper. A man who's been on the scene for many years for the hosts. His debut now some 9 years ago. Kelechi Iheanacho amongst the subs, itching to get on, no doubt. But he would have to get on ahead of Victor Osimhen, and that'll be hard to see. Let's see, of course, what happens in the second period. Osimhen having come off the bench to good effect to score against Benin. And the man who top scored in the last Nations Cup qualifiers, not just for Nigeria, but across the board with 10. Swung in. And no quarter given and no chances given either at the back by Muhire, who just turns that behind for a corner. Well, they've not looked too good at some of the crosses that have come in, Rwanda. So can Lookman find a heading green? Not the most convincing bit of play as two players come together, but a decent punch in the end from Muntwari. Just made a move to Kaiser Chiefs in South Africa, did the Rwanda goalkeeper. 24 years of age. And he's going to have some work to do again as Aina with the throw. Long throw as well, look at that. Flicked on into Boniface. And I don't think Lookman could slow himself down to get proper contact on it. But these fairly simple balls in, and that was a huge throw from Aina, or equally, maybe a bit of a smaller pitch than many, because that easily found its way to the penalty spot. Either way, causing some concern at the back for Rwanda. The early fire from Rwanda having burned out for a while because, as said, all those chances and opportunities they had in the first 10 minutes, they've not added them to them at all since, and instead it's been Nigeria who have been slowly turning the screw and fashioning the better opportunities and causing more problems for the opposing team. And Didi now, that's nice play from him, and then instantly he comes and falls down. Bizimana on a booking, of course. The Rwanda keeper, captain, has to be careful. Bassey again. Now that's pretty loose from Chukwueze. 25 years of age now, Samuel Chukwueze. Been with Milan in his second season now. And here he is on the ball. And that's forward to Boniface. And Boniface surely straight offside. And he's got a bit of work to do to impress the Nigeria supporters. Victor Boniface, stunning season last year, of course, with the eventual German champions Bayer Leverkusen. But he's just got the one goal to show from what is now 8 games from Nigeria, despite scoring 14 in 23 in the Bundesliga last season for his club. Also made another 8. But that sort of form has yet to be replicated at an international level, or even begun to be shown. Well, that's a little bit of handball. Just if you can't control it, use your left hand to swat it in the direction you want it to go. I'm not sure you're going to get away with that. Funnily enough, Omborenga popping up on the right side of midfield. The right fullback. And yet again, a word from the referee. Omborenga being spoken to by Sabri. Well, when they get in behind, there's a certain amount of panic at the back for Rwanda. Perhaps unsurprisingly, given the firepower on offer by Nigeria. But they may well be inviting some of their own problems as well. Another corner. And another chance for Luke. Gives it back to Rwanda. We saw a lot of this man, Gilbert Mugisha, in the early stages of the game. He's gone quiet, tries to swing it in, claiming a penalty of Semi Ajayi, as are the fans as well. Instant wagging of the finger to say no from the Moroccan man in the middle. Chukwueze with a chance to bring it forward at the other end. Lookman nicely played into Boniface. Boniface onto his left foot. Let's fly a goal against the crossbar. Lookman can't get the follow-up either. Just for a moment, it looked as though Nigeria were going to find a way to open the scoring. As ever, Lookman involved. Boniface too. It looks as though he had lost the moment by checking on onto his left foot, but he managed to get his shot away. Well, it'll be good to see that chance again, as there's a hold-up in play. Well, Tuari won't want to come off. Here it is. Lovely pass this from Lookman to play it into Boniface. Onto the left he went. Not a lot of room with the players coming in to get his shot away. Managed to do so. And it was over the head of Ntwari. And here's the penalty appeal. Hit the elbow of Ajayi, but he had his arm close to his body. Certainly not in an unnatural position. Not the best angle to show it. We're seeing it again. Karim Sabri was unmoved. Well, it has not been short of incident, this opening encounter. Ahead of tonight's game between Benin and Libya, which will be played in Ivory Coast, given the fact that Benin do not have a suitable stadium to host international matches. You just get the feeling that if Nigeria can just put one solid move together, they will make the breakthrough and then possibly add one or two more. But for the moment, the Rwanda defense holding firm. Just Chukwueze, Aina, swung in by Ajayi, up to Lookman, and Lookman just past the post, and he can't just guide it inside the upright, and another chance goes begging. He is not the tallest player by any stretch of the imagination, and there was a Rwandan coming in